Previously on Superhero Critic. China! Hey, let's see. Well, the Dragon Ball's not too far away, but after that flight, I think I'm gonna need a little break. Looks like even in China there's superhero movies. The Heroic Trio. Let's check it out. The Heroic Trio is a 1993 Hong Kong superhero action film directed by Johnny To, best known for his crime movies like Breaking News, Election, and Drug War, in which three superheroines team up to investigate the kidnapping of babies. This better not involve super babies. The movie starts off in space before leaping a tall building in a single bound just to the left of John Williams' Superman score. Actually, the main theme to the Heroic Trio has its own funky jam. The movie starts off with Mr. and Mrs. Lau being shown a house by the world's worst realtor.
Have to do with renovation.
To a minor renovation? This looks like Darkman's hideout.
Let's buy this place. I really like this house. It has character.
Really? Of course, the paperwork will have to wait when all of a sudden Mr. Lau leaps out of the window like frigging Tarzan to capture a car thief.
Lock yourself up. Yes, sir.
Best be careful. That man knows Kung Fu. That's Ironhead.
I am known as Ironhead.
Mighty Iron Head.
Mighty steel leg.
Oh yeah, I'm still
Back at the police station, we'll learn that someone has been kidnapping babies with no leads at all.
Think we should call on Wonder Woman for help?
Wonder Woman? The Wonder Woman? I could go for some Gal Gadot action. An invisible person, who clearly loves Pepsi, trashes the room and leaves a note that says the next one will be the police commissioner's son. So they post guards all over the hospital, and the commissioner even has his own plan.
It's only my son these people are after. Do you think maybe we could switch him with another one?
Switch him? It's a baby, not a fucking t-shirt.
Then it could be embarrassing, I suppose.
This mysterious invisible person does manage to get into the nursery. Wait a minute. I recognize this. I know who's behind these kidnappings. Is Vigo. The babies are actually tossed out of the window, only to be saved by a masked woman.
Look, it's Wonder Woman.
Okay, clearly this isn't Wonder Woman. The subtitles call her superheroine, others call her Shadow Fox, but for the sake of the dub, she's Wonder Woman. The invisible person tosses one baby away, escaping with the other, leaving Wonder Woman no choice but to save the other child. Kinda violently. My god, these are babies, not Cabbage Patch dolls. Go easy. Turns out that the baby rescued was a baby girl, and not the commissioner's son. And who is Wonder Woman? She is in fact Mrs. Lau, played by singer-actress Anita Mui, who is also the singer of the main theme. Turns out that the invisible person is actually the invisible girl. No, not that one. Who the movie likes to call the Shadow. No, not that one. Who is played by Michelle Yeoh, who I know you guys have seen before. She takes the baby into the sewers and is attacked by the bodyguard Keiga, but she easily beats him back and gives him the finger. Or rather, takes his finger. Ew. The villain behind this baby snatching plot is none other than the evil master, who when I first watched this in Chinese sounded more like a woman.
冇啊，你係唔需要有記憶，更加唔可以有。
He look like a man.
And then I will choose one of the young princes to be the next king of our motherland. China can no longer go on without a king.
China is here, Mr. Burton.
Yeah, go ahead.
Flashback to her as a child, and we catch a glimpse of her brutal training.
Either you climb up here all by yourself, or else you will fall back down because no one else can help you.
Ah, the old Tekken training regimen, I see. She falls asleep and wakes in the lab of the professor, the inventor of...
I've dreamt of the invisible rub every night.
I know what that is. That's an invisibility cloak.
That's right. You're a wizard, Michelle. Mrs. Lau decides to visit a fortune teller where she finds out that the babies are destined to be emperors. Not this kid, though. She's falling out windows. You know, this movie already has issues throwing babies out of windows. Now little kids and kittens. You got issues, heroic trio. Meanwhile, 3 robbers dressed like Judas Priest fans have taken hostage at a local chemical plant.
Every 5 minutes!
Now that kind of action is just gonna get you kicked right out of the Blue Oyster Club. This seems to be a little out of the hands of the police, so enter Chelsea, who the sub calls Thief Catcher, played by Maggie Chung. Yeah, that just happened, and you ain't seen nothing yet. She rescues the hostages and takes out the robbers just to convince the commissioner to hire her to find his son. Meanwhile, the invisible woman, whose real name is Austine, dressed in her best Carmen Sandiego outfit, returns to the hospital where she and Mrs. Lau get locked in a closet by a crazy man who's out to kill the other babies. Again with the killing babies! What is wrong with you, Johnny Toe? The guy luckily left the keys in the door, giving the girls a chance to get out. Impressive, but I think I've seen a smarter approach. They manage to stop him, but Chelsea has snuck into the hospital and abducts a baby in hopes of luring out the real kidnapper. Is anybody else getting Raising Arizona vibes? Drawing the attention of Wonder Woman, Chelsea escapes back to her hideout. It doesn't take long for Wonder Woman to track her down, and the two start battling it out, but a third fighter comes to Thief Catcher's rescue. That's right, the trio is complete, as Wonder Woman battles the Shadow, which is weird to watch. Am I the only one who ever pretended to fight an invisible person when I was a kid? 'Cause it kinda looks like that. Unfortunately, all this kung fu action causes the baby's basket to fall on a fucking nail. But don't panic, Wonder Woman manages to get him to the hospital.
Doctor, how is he? I'm sorry. It's too late. We couldn't save him.
What the fuck, Toe? How is it that Mortal Kombat has a more lighthearted approach to a babality?
Jade wins. Babality.
We see another flashback of 2 girls whose names in the sub were Ching Ching and Dong Dong. No, I'm not kidding. And that Wonder Woman was the little girl being trained. And while that is something I'm sure will come up later, we cut to Austine and Chelsea, who apparently know each other.
What about the rest of them? Will they turn into assassins like us? They will be guardians of the motherland.
Austine, do something good for a change.
Kill them and put them out of their misery. He was cruel to me for 3 years, and after I escaped, it took me more than 10 years just to become normal again.
Austine is given instructions to steal the invisibility robe and kill the professor, but what she doesn't realize is that the professor is actually already sick from his experiments.
Gain possession of the invisible robe within 10 days from now. After you've obtained the robe, you will end the doctor's life. If you fail, you'll die.
Meanwhile, Chelsea breaks into Evil Master's lair, discovering that all the babies are in cages, but she alerts Bib Fortuna here and has to run. She manages to get away, but not before taking a poison needle in the hand, and he sends his servant Keiga after her.
Why can't you leave me alone? I just want to go somewhere and die peacefully.
By stopping the poison needle's progression, Wonder Woman convinces Chelsea to tell her everything she knows. She agrees, but only if they can recruit the Shadow as well. But first, they're going to have to deal with Keiga, who is attacking the train station.
Decapitation!
Wonder Woman and Chelsea aren't the only ones answering the call. Inspector Lau goes in too, but he gets blown up by a fucking landmine. Now, remember that barrel scene from earlier? Well, prepare yourself for this. My god, this movie is awesome. Now, if that wasn't enough, Keiga has disabled the controls of the train, and it crashes through the wall and slams into him. Damn, I haven't seen a train massacre someone like that since Final Fantasy VIII. While Inspector Lau is only injured, the professor is doing much worse as the toxins from the invisibility robe continue to degrade his health. But he does manage to finish his experiment only to discover Austine's true purpose.
The invisible robe is complete.
Austine has returned to Evil Master where...
Still awake.
That's 2! Stop killing babies! This can't get any worse!
Then they will be more powerful than Keiga. Heaven and earth will belong to me and the Emperor.
Jesus Christ, this movie is sick. Where was I? Oh yeah, Austine finds Chelsea in the country where they fight. You see, Austine feels bad for what she's done in the name of her master and wants to die. But Wonder Woman jumps in to save her life. Then they chase after her on horses.
I can't believe this. My bike can't catch a couple of horses.
No, the real question is how you went from farm to beach to cliff. But hey, at least they're not getting chased by other people on horseback. Austine jumps off the cliff only to be saved by Wonder Woman, where they discover that they are the long-lost friends from childhood. And apparently they haven't washed the permanent marker off their arm. The three race to the professor only to find that Keiga is still alive and holding him hostage for his notes on the invisibility robe.
Turn, my friend.
They do manage to kill him, sticking him in an oven like Hansel and Gretel, but the professor dies in Austine's arms, leaving her only revenge. Wonder Woman and Chelsea infiltrate Evil Master's lair, where they happen upon the innocent kids that are chained up. Finally, some heroics. I'm sure with Wonder Woman here, they can save all of the children. You are sick, movie! You are just sick! Oh, for God's sakes, movie, one of those kids is pissing himself!
Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
The girls confront Evil Master, and as Wonder Woman takes him on, Chelsea gets to battle the 4 bodyguards. Now this is awesome! Guns meets Kung Fu? It's Gun Fu. As the fight progresses, Wonder Woman and Chelsea are overwhelmed by the methane gas in the lair, and they escape, while the Shadow holds off Evil Master, giving Chelsea enough time to blow up the whole lair. And that's the end of Evil Master. Oh, come on! Okay, now the trio battles Evil Master above ground, who's gone full demon mode.
Honey, you got real ugly.
The battle gets crazy, too. Master summons lightning, he force chokes them.
Now choke yourself!
But they finally manage to blow him up with dynamite. Well, with Evil Master dead, the trio begin to... For crying out loud! Evil Master emerges from the fire like the fucking Terminator, but that's not enough. Get this, Austin races over to fight him, but he wraps himself around her and starts using her to fight Wonder Woman like a puppet. And I thought the flying motorcycle was wild. He chases them up a building where they try to do anything to get Austin free. And I do mean anything. Wonder Woman manages to weaken the puppet, giving Austin the chance for one last attempt. Can you fly, Bobby? I'm guessing that all the rush of memories and emotions causes Evil Master's head to explode, and Wonder Woman catches Austin again, saving her life. And Evil Master is dead? I'm watching you, heroic trio. The movie wraps up with the trio walking triumphantly in victory. You know, except all the kids that got killed. The heroic trio is an odd mix-up of kung fu and superhero movies. I found the plot a little challenging to follow and required a second viewing, in English, for me to understand elements like the flashbacks and the characters' mini titles, some with numbers. While I was definitely entertained by the ridiculousness of the movie, I can't get past the baby plot as multiple children, and yes, babies, die in the film. More kids die in this than bad guys do. Ultimately, the heroic trio is worth your time, but prepare yourself for the darker moments. Now, let's find that Dragon Ball.
One down, 6 to go. That's right. Keep doing all the hard work. Soon, they'll be mine.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and please take a minute to like, comment, and subscribe for more super videos.